G'day everyone, welcome back. This is episode 2 of my multiplayer match against Old Crow Balthazor. We're playing the 1879 Ghosts of the Pacific campaign for Strategic Command American Civil War Wars in the Americas. That is a long title for a game, eh? So, Peru isn't yet in the war, and we've got to really prepare for how we're going to do this landing. Of course, we don't see a lot of what he's planning yet. I'm sure he's got a lot of devious tricks planned. So, let's see where we're at. It's early March 1879. Most of our units still have to get into position. Okay, connect the supply lines up there. The mines, of course, are rebuilding a bit. Now, we could reinforce our ironclads. That would be a pretty good idea. But I've been thinking, what we could do instead is start purchasing torpedo boats straight away. Alright. So if we were to do it this turn, we could get a torpedo boat with 22 moves. I definitely want to have naval weapons 2 on them. Or next turn, purchase one for 325, they'll be able to move 24. The fastest Peruvian ships can only go 22 hexes, so in theory if I put 22 on them, they'll be able to match anything they come across. 24 lets us go around the enemy and sort of trap them, if we decide to do that. Move him up there. So it will be a couple of turns before the Peruvian Navy actually makes an appearance, but once it does, we have to knock it out very quickly, or we could be in a bit of trouble, particularly if we've still got ships that are on strength 5. Let's move our gunboats up here. At least I want to know what he's doing. These gunboats aren't worth much in combat, but they're going to be very useful for telling us where the enemy is. They can of course go 4 hexes out to sea in most places. The bigger ships are allowed to go 6 hexes out. In this campaign you're not allowed to go into the really deep ocean. Mostly because the ships in this, well, Peru and Chile didn't have a lot of colliers and the like. They couldn't really do extended operations out in the really open sea for too long. They're not like the US Navy or anything that can just send things across the other side of the world. I'm thinking this turn I might just save my points and... Actually, how many did I get last turn? It was about 220, I think. Where are we? We collected 220 points last turn. So, 325 less 220, we need to have at least 105 this turn. Okay, so I can afford to do this. Alright. That'll give us one ironclad to play with then. And we can of course purchase a torpedo boat next turn. And start preparing for battle against Peru. Not a lot of action yet, but that will soon change. Alright, I think that wraps up this turn. Old Crow, let's see what you try and do. Right, well, thanks for watching. See you next episode.